Hello Sequoia, and welcome to Day 5 of Sequoia Unit 1R27 Outage. I'm Chris Rice, your plant manager.
I'm Scott Gladney, the Senior Manager for Maintenance Support Engineering.
I'm Brian Langford, Major Equipment Manager at the Fleet Center.
Since we're gotten through the first 100 hours, I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about what we're seeing performance-wise, what we're seeing with the station, and some positive things that we can carry forward. And then we're also going to cover some rumors that we've been hearing. First, we talked about our culture as one where we look out for people. And when we look out for each other like that, we find ourselves intervening and engaging with folks to make sure they're safe and to make sure that we're not missing any opportunities to ensure a reliable plant's put back together. There's a couple of recent examples, one with a security officer that was walking through the area and saw that a fire watch wasn't at the location that they had been the previous days. They immediately engaged someone, and we were able to correct the issue before it became a significant concern. The second is we had an iron worker who provided peer-to-peer coaching that ensured that a worker maintained themselves safe and ensured that no one else in the area would be injured as a result of some of the challenging behaviors that they were exhibiting. I just want to really thank y'all for that, because that shows your pride and ownership in what you do, and it also demonstrates how we look out for each other, which is exactly what we need during this outage. So we'll go ahead and jump over to the rumor section. Scott, heard any good rumors lately?
Yeah, Chris. So yesterday when I was doing some of the 100-hour stand downs with one of the crews, one of the rumors I heard was that we were 1,300 hours behind critical path on the main generator. So just wanted to start off with saying right now, we're pretty early in the generator disassembly. I think we're right now about 16, 17 hours off the original schedule for the generator. So we're pretty close to what the original plan was. We're very, very early in the discovery. We think we've completed the first 2 of the tests that are going on for the generator. So very, very early, and I would say 1,300 hours is definitely not where we are. So sitting about 17 hours off critical path. With the first 2 decision points complete, we're using the decision trees that were developed pre-outage to help guide us through, as we get these results back, what to go do with them. So, hey, Brian, why did we actually make decision trees this time around?
So we created decision trees based on Watts Bar 1 learnings. It was an unexpected forced outage in January of this year, and it lasted approximately 100 days. We were making decisions on the fly, and were not necessarily prepared, so we did a bunch of pre-outage work in preparing acceptance criteria, what to be expecting, and having everything laid out so that we make good decisions and have a reliable generator coming out of this outage.
What kind of testing are we doing?
Oh, well, we are doing electrical testing of the core, some overpotential testing of our windings, and also mechanical testing of the core to make sure it's tight and can remain reliable until the generator's restacked spring of 27.
And each one of those tests, is there a decision to be made for each one, and is that pre-scripted, ready to go?
Yeah, so as part of the decision tree, so you've got a whole series of tests that are testing everything from the generator stator through the rotor and a bunch of the various different pieces that get removed and then put back together. Each one of those tests has a decision point in there with acceptance criteria defined and pre-scripted next steps if it meets or doesn't meet each of those acceptance criteria. So each one of those will guide the OCC and the generator team as that information comes back from the field. It'll help inform what the correct decision is and what the next steps are based on the information. And that was all put together ahead of time, so it's non-emotional. You've already got it. You're out. It was put together out of the heat of battle, so you had time to ensure that you had the correct information and the correct decision laid out for that.
And because it's ultimately about our reliability and helping us make good decisions. And I really do appreciate the large effort it took to create those decision trees and the involvement from the Fleet Center, Watts Bar, along with engineering and station leadership here, because it's going to help those decisions be made real time and have those readily planned out so that we know exactly what our next steps are. So thank you very much for that, and I'll support on that. I would like to close I want to let everybody know that our pride and ownership is what's got us here. This first 100 hours, these first 5 days, we're we've been able to maintain ourselves error-free and keep both of the lights green as you walk in every morning. As you come in every morning, that's one thing that we should look at and think about what we're going to do with our pride and ownership of what we do to keep those lights green. Thank you, Sequoia.